Hi, just popping in here to see how everybody is. The lighting isn't so great, is it? Let's see. I got a new lamp. Oh, that's not good. Sorry. That's not good. Oh well. We have a shadow. Oh, it's on this side. I could turn that lamp on, I guess. I could turn that lamp on. I thought the shadow was coming from this side. Let's see. Let me do some adjusting because that's kind of distracting. Okay, that's better. Feet up. Let's get comfy. Well, that's not a whole lot better. Oops, there's my yarn. Let's get comfy and talk about yarn, and we can talk about knitting, and we can talk about crochet, and whatever. Why is the sidebar flashing? That's weird. I've never seen that before. That's strange. Anyway, I'm knitting a headband. Bernadine and I from How the Hook Turns, she and I are working on this together. And I decided to try a color change. I don't know how far I'll go with the white, but can you guys hear me? I don't know what that flashing is. I've got flashing going on the right side of the chat window. I don't know what that's all about. That's really strange. I don't know what would happen if I refreshed. Will that kick me out? Hi, Linda. I'm glad you can hear me. I don't know what this flashing is. I've never noticed it before. It's just intermittent flashing. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyway, what have you been up to? I've been knitting. This is all I seem to do anymore is knit. I haven't picked up a hook since last Sunday. I wish I knew what that flashing was. Let's see. Okay, that stopped. I don't think very many people are going to pop in here and chat tonight. So for now, it's just you and me. In my Christmas sweater. Working on a wits cover up for the cruise. Just finishing it up. Cool. What color is it? You should take a picture of it and text it to me. Hi, Simona. Is this your first time? I don't recall ever seeing your name, but welcome. Welcome, welcome. And tell me, do you knit or crochet or both? Because I have a knit debate. Oh, good. Okay. So I'm brand new to knitting. So therefore, I've watched a lot of tutorials. Why do some people wrap clockwise and some wrap counterclockwise? I was told counterclockwise is the correct way to wrap your yarn. That's what I was always told. As a matter of fact, I went and watched. They're both correct. How is that? How are they both correct? Because I asked Joyce, my knitting friend Joyce, I asked her, I believe it was her that told me if you wrap clockwise, your stitch is going to be twisted. And I remember when I first tried knitting, I was wrapping clockwise. Combination continental knitter. Well, I'm just using continental. And I wrap counterclockwise. But I've seen many people do it clockwise, and the stitch still looks the same. But I was told it would twist your stitch. And then that would probably change things as far as dropping stitches and whatnot, because your stitch would be oriented differently, right? You would, I believe your stitch would be oriented differently if you wrapped it clockwise. It is where you insert the needle. So if I started wrapping clockwise on this pattern, I wouldn't see a difference. I'm afraid to try because I don't know how to fix mistakes. No, I wouldn't see a difference. Interesting. Well, I would try it, but if it didn't look right, I wouldn't know how to fix it. That's where I'm at right now. I'm okay with the knit stitch and the purl, but I don't know how to fix mistakes. And there's no one around me that can help me fix mistakes. See, that wouldn't even work. That first stitch wouldn't even work that way. So until I can learn how to fix my mistakes, I am extremely intentional with every stitch I make. Very intentional. Yeah. That's I've done that. I have done that. But it's difficult, especially with this particular pattern, because it's a double, what's it called again? Double, what's the word? Knit one, slip one purlwise. So basically I have 2 layers that I'm working at once. So taking the needle out is very challenging because you have to go back and forth. Yeah, so it's not as easy. Ooh, that's colorful, Linda. That's very colorful. Has she seen it? No, it's not double knitting. What's the word for um, knitting on one side and purling on the other? I'm having a hard time remembering the name. Well, hang on and let me look, because it's written in the pattern. It's in the pattern. Double stockinette. I couldn't think of the word. Double stockinette. So it's 2 layers. Basically creating 2 layers. She helped with choosing the color. Oh, wow. Well, then she'll love it. And when did you say the cruise was? In June? I hope she doesn't get seasick. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Slip that off. Well, there's only one person in here. Is that just you and me, Linda? Somebody left. Oh, Linda left. Okay, Simona. So it's, let's see, I've already forgotten the word. Double. Keep wanting to say serpentine. It's not serpentine. I think you heard me. Anyway, I had to do that because I accidentally dropped the last 2 stitches. So I had to very carefully get those 4 stitches back on the needle, and it was not easy. It was not easy. For one thing, I have a tremor. Hi, Joyce. You're live. I have to go on evening dog walk. Chat later, but take care. Thank you for coming in, Joyce. I appreciate it. Have fun on your walk. Give Blue a hug for me. Give them both a hug for me. And if he climbs the tree again, I want to see it. That was so funny. That was hilarious. Her dog climbed a tree. Hilarious. You too, Joyce. Take care. Yes, I have an Instagram, Simona, but I'm not real active on it. Every once in a while I'll think about posting a picture or something. But I'm more active on Facebook. Why do you ask? I'm coming to the point where I have to decide, do I want to go back to blue? Or do I want to do the rest of it in white and then just do the ends in blue? We can FaceTime. I could help with knitting. Oh, well, I don't have FaceTime. I have an Android phone. And I don't know how you'd help with knitting virtually anyway. I don't know how that would work. It would be really hard for you to point out, stitches that I need to pick up or whatever. But this is coming along nicely, I think. It's going to be a headband with the, you join them like that. You join them like that. One end goes in there, and then you stitch that. So it's got a little twist-like thing. So I don't know. Should I go back to blue? I've got a few more rows. Let's see. I think that's going to be my wrong side. I don't think I'm quite there yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've got 5 more rows. 5 more rows before the white is as long as the blue. Hi, Yvonne. I've got really bad reflex these days, you guys. Oh my gosh. How are you doing? I was hoping you would pop in. Look, my knitted headband. It's a slow goer, but it's fun. What's new, Yvonne? What is new? Not too much new here. I went and saw my granddaughter last night or yesterday afternoon. That was fun. I'm making, oh, you are? The same one? How far have you gotten? So you're making the Frida. So that makes 3 of us then that I know of that are doing that. You and me and Bernadine are making the Frida. You just restarted it. Oh. How was it wrong? This yarn is really nice. This is squishy. It said to use a 1 weight with a lace weight. I'm not doing that. This is like a 3 weight. Whoop. It's a chain spun. It's a chain spun yarn. Too fuzzy. Oh, but that would have been so pretty. That would have been so pretty. How did you even how did you frog it? Or did you frog it? What yarn was it? Fuzzy, I would think would be so pretty. 3.5. I'm using 5. I'm using 6. And this is pretty tight. I think this is pretty tight. I mean, look how wide it is. It's pretty wide. It's just a little bit longer than my finger. I haven't measured it. I don't have a tape measure nearby. I think it's turning out really nice. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to do blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue till I'm done? Or should I do blue on the ends and the rest of it white? What would you do? This would be nice for a winter headband. Nice and squishy. Yes, you do. I've got lots of projects too, Yvonne, that I need to tend to. I've got like 2 shawls that are nearly done, but I haven't picked up a crochet hook since Sunday. You think it should be blue, white, Linda? You think I should go back and forth? That would keep it interesting. That would help keep it interesting. And this blue, this white goes perfect with this blue because it's like a washed yarn, so it's got specks of white in it anyway. I think so too. I think it'll be pretty. I think it's going to be nice. I am obsessed now, Yvonne, with knitting. I am obsessed. This is all I do. This is all I do. I sit here and I knit. I have this project. I've got a blanket in there or throw. And then I've got another something that I don't know what it'll be, either a scarf or a headband. I don't know which. Yeah, I probably didn't change color right, but I wanted it to be easy. Yvonne, how do you change color? I asked Bernadine and she said she ties a knot. I'd rather not tie a knot. So I just put the new color on a slip knot and started it. That's probably not the right way, right? What's the best way to change color? I know how to do it in crochet, but I don't think you can do it the same way in knitting. What do you mean at the ends just keep going? Yeah, I'd rather not do a knot. I'd rather not. As a matter of fact, in my blanket, I tied on a fresh ball, and it's a very loosely plied yarn. So I unraveled the ends, and it's a wool yarn. So I unraveled the ends really well, and then I did the friction and put them together that way. So you did I just made it up. I didn't think it was a thing. So doing a slip knot is okay? I use knots, especially in fingering weight. You really feel them. Okay, I'll just keep doing it with the slip knot then on the end. And then I'll just knit both colors together on that first stitch. You can't really see it. That's what I did. I just put both of those last stitches together on that first stitch, and then I was on my way. It is so much fun. It is just so much fun. Now, if I can just learn how to fix mistakes, I will. Now I'm going to be collecting these. I'm already discovering what my favorite is. I mean, I got these with my knit kit when I went for my lesson, and these are the Chow lace needles. I know. And like most people starting new stuff, I want to know everything right now. But that's fine. I'm learning and I'm practicing a lot. But the Knit Pro Symphony. The Symphony. See, because I got this set. Did I show you the set? You saw the set in one of my videos, I'm sure. In that set of Knit Picks needles, there was a set of interchangeables, and the size was actually etched on the metal. The Knit Picks aren't etched at all. This particular one was etched, and it had a shinier coating on the needle. And it still had the same kind of color type, the different colors. But I think it's a symphony needle. I think. And they're not, and it's sharper. It's got a better point to it than the Knit Picks ones do. And it's a 5.5. I love it. That is, let's see, what am I using the 5.5 for? I must be using the 5.5 on my blanket. Might be using it on my blanket. Yeah, but it's etched. It's etched, and the other ones are not. I don't think it's newer. But, what do I know? But it's funny that it's etched and the Knit Picks ones aren't. And all the Knit Picks ones, even the ones that don't look like they've been used very much, aren't as pointed as this other one is. Maybe. It's a shame that they're not, because it forces me to have to keep them organized in the case that they came in. So I know what size they are. I haven't figured out a clever way to mark them so that I know. I know there's so many different kinds. There are so many. And I was so glad when I got this with my kit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are nice. These are really nice. But I like the birch needles. My very first my very first new set of needles. My daughter fed me a spicy chicken sandwich yesterday, and ever since then, my reflex has been really bad. It is an easy pattern. It is easy. My side here is kind of, I don't know what happened here, but it'll be fine. It's a headband. And this side's kind of ugly because I was sewing in my ends and I think I grabbed a stitch and I pulled it, and so now it doesn't look so good. So this will be the wrong side. But that's some nice yarn. Look at that. This came from Knit Crate. I don't remember what it is. You won't see it when you're done. No, I know you won't see it when you're done, when I'm done. This is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. If this had been a crochet headband, I'd have been done by now. This takes quite a bit longer. So the knitting is testing my patience for sure. But my sister, one of my sisters, yeah, I know it is slower. One of my sisters wants a headband. And I got the bright idea to hold together a pink and a black mohair. A pink fingering weight and a black mohair. Wouldn't that be pretty? I think that would be pretty. Because I got that black mohair from that estate sale. But I got orange mohair too. Pink and orange go together nice. But I think that would be a little loud for her. This reflex is horrible. I'm going to have to go on a fast or something. Anyway. All right, Simona, thank you for popping in. You're in Ohio. Okay, so it's an hour later. Thank you for popping in. I hope to see you again. In the meantime, have a good weekend. And thank you for joining my family. What would be great, Linda? The black and the pink or the pink and the orange? Either one would be beautiful. We'll see you again soon, Simona. Yeah, I'm anxious. I'm anxious to use that mohair. So I'm going to finish this one first, and then I'll start that one. But it's got to be done by the first week of June. I don't know if I have enough time. Yogurt, that might help. I've got some goat yogurt in the fridge. I've been putting some in Goober's food because I think he's having some issues. Black and pink. I think that would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Held together. That would be so pretty. You still have snow in your yard, Yvonne? Wow. Tons of it. Huh. Well, I was talking to my friend Gail. Um, she's in Canada. Yesterday it was 45 degrees, or she was. 2 days ago. Wow. Remind me where you are, Yvonne. I have senioritis. I don't I have a hard time remembering. I thought it was Canada. Yeah. I thought she's either in Canada or Australia. No, that's Miriam, I think, is in Australia. Northern Manitoba. Yeah, I know that's Canada. How much snow did you get? You must have gotten a lot if you said tons of it. Ooh, 6 inches. Is that normal this time of year? 1st of May? Is that normal? Probably is. We've gotten snow here as late as April. 5 feet. Oh my gosh. 5 feet of snow in your yard? Holy cow. Man, every month of the year, it can snow there every month of the year. You may as well be in Alaska. Well, you're northern Manitoba. I don't know my Canada map very well, but you said northern, so. Oh, how close are you to Alaska? Oh, we get thunder snow here. Isn't that cool? I think that's really cool. It's kind of rare here, but we do get it from time to time. I might have to try a spoon of that yogurt, like Linda said. This is a bummer. I was okay till I had that chicken sandwich yesterday. Oh, cool. Polar bear capital. So you've seen your share of polar bears, I bet. Right? So what yarn did you change to make the headband? Do you mean cotton blend? Or acrylic? Oh, acrylic blend. Okay. So where do you stand on the knitting debate, Yvonne, of, let's see, that's too bright. The knitting debate, clockwise versus counterclockwise wrap? Is either way okay or not? Because I've seen tutorials both ways. Either way is okay. That's weird. I've heard many people say you have to wrap counterclockwise. So if it's optional, why don't people say that? Do what's comfortable. Well, when I first started knitting like a year ago, I wrapped counterclockwise also. But when I first started learning about a year ago, I realized I was wrapping, I think my pearls, I was wrapping clockwise. I might have been doing both clockwise. And my stitches didn't look right. I know I was doing my pearls clockwise. I know that. So maybe I was doing counterclockwise on the knits and clockwise on the pearls. So that wouldn't look right, would it? Through the back of the stitch. Well, I was about to do that wrong. I'm supposed to slip. I'm not supposed to purl. I think the only time that you should knit through the back of the stitch is when you're doing an increase, right? Yeah, twist the stitch, right? That's what my stitches were doing. They were twisting. Well, I've been doing it counterclockwise all this time, so I don't know that I could try to retrain myself to do it the other way. I think that would just confuse me. Because I've already got the muscle memory. Oh, see, I was going to do it again. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Whew. I about dropped a stitch. Half or full twisted rib. Yeah, I've heard of that recently. Oh, Joyce is back in. Hi, Joyce. We're back a bit early due to squirrel sightings. Oh, so were the dogs misbehaving with squirrels? Or is that a skunk? Oh, that's a skunk. That's a skunk. You said it's skunk season out there. Yeah. Okay, so Joyce and I were having this discussion the other day, and she looked it up and she found, of course, I think it was AI that said it, but she found that either way, clockwise, counterclockwise, is okay, is acceptable. They're a bit bold, probably like the raccoons are here. So, Joyce, you're struggling with that yarn a little bit. That's cool that your son knits, Yvonne. That's really cool. Yeah, every tutorial that I'm contradicting myself now. Yeah, bamboo cotton. Oh, it's splitty. Did you say you were working with that Lucky? No, you didn't say Lucky. You said Trubu. I've heard that about the Trubu, that it's splitty. That's no fun. That is no fun. There we go. Another row down. Yeah, there's no memory to it. Not fun. Thank you, Yvonne. How far are you on yours, Yvonne? Did you tell me what yarn you're using? Oh, you did. You said acrylic blend. I am getting there. I have to have one of these finished by the first of June. I don't know if it'll take me that long to finish this one or what. Oh, you just started? What color is it? I know, Yvonne. I've been looking at Expression Fiber Arts and I've already got a few saved. Because if they're just knit and purl, that's easy. That's easy. And I've been wanting to make Sophie's scarf. And I'm thinking that Joyce and I have talked about this. Silver was, ooh, that'll be so pretty. That will be pretty. Are you making it for yourself? Yeah, that's going to be nice. Cool. It'll be warm because it's, like I said, it's like double layered. It's very cool how that stitch works. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's going to test my patience. The knitting, it will test my patience because it does take a long time. But if others can do it, so can I. And I would love to make a knit shawl. I may start with a knit cowl. Start small and work my way up. Or it'll get abandoned and then I'll be sad. So we'll see. Yeah, I've got a cowl pattern saved. But we'll see. I gotta finish this first. I definitely have to finish something. So I decided I was going to grill out hamburgers for dinner. And this has never happened to me before while I was grilling. I don't think it's ever happened to me before. It started raining. Luckily, it wasn't a real heavy rain, but it was enough. It was a steady rain. But the burgers turned out good. Had burgers and fries. What did everybody else have for dinner? Spaghetti meatballs. Did you make your own meatballs? Cool. Joyce, what did you make for dinner? Your own sauce. I should do that. I thought about doing that. I haven't made my own sauce. Oh my gosh, in many years. But I ordered from the grocery store. I got 2 packages of tomatoes, thinking I was only going to get, no, it wasn't just 1 tomato, but it was buy one, get one half off or something. So I got 2. Well, there's like 4 tomatoes in each container. So I had 8 tomatoes. Goulash, yummy. My mom used to make that. Cows are a good way to get good at knitting in the round. Perfect. I will do that. Anyway, Yvonne, if I was going to make my own sauce, how many tomatoes did you use? Do I need more than 7? I've made a hat, Joyce, but it's been a long time ago. So I have knitted 1 complete project in the round. I did complete the hat. I don't remember what happened to the hat. I might have given it away at market. I don't remember. I may have given it away because the ribbing was all wonky. Because it was my very first project. I make my sauce in the fall time and can it all. Oh, okay. Well, could I make a sauce? I've got these tomatoes. So could I make a sauce with like 7 tomatoes? Okay. I don't need to make huge amounts. But I don't want to make a whole lot because I'm not going to can it. So if I was going to do 1 serving of sauce, you probably don't even know because you make huge amounts. Well, how many tomatoes would that be? What's the ratio of tomato? I made a keto ground beef dish, salad for side. Yes, I know, Joyce. You're low carb, so no fries. Ground beef dish. What was in the ground beef dish? 5 to 6 tomatoes. Okay, because these are small. They're like that big. They're very small. They're about the size. I don't know. I can't relate it to a ball. I don't know. If you use 7, it wouldn't. Okay. Okay. And then what else do you put in it? Basil, garlic, onion. You could email me your recipe. Puree the mushrooms and the peppers. Okay. Puree your tomatoes. Could I leave my mushrooms whole? I mean sliced, but whole. Mushrooms. Oh, not the mushrooms. Okay. Okay. I actually don't like peppers, especially green peppers in my sauce. I could do a red pepper. I don't like green peppers. Okay. Or use a red pepper. I love sweet red peppers, just not the green ones. Okay. And then garlic and onion, of course. Do you have a high tunnel or a greenhouse? You must have. You must have a greenhouse or a high tunnel. Yep. Awesome. More power to you. I don't really have a green thumb, so I wouldn't do so well. And then I wouldn't be able to knit as much. And lots of row covers. Yep. I bet so. Joyce, you haven't mentioned anything about that red top that you were making. Is it in timeout? Getting older, slowing down. Yep. That takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you to grow a garden. Ow. That first slip is a bugger, isn't it, Yvonne? That first slip always gets me. I'm trying to go really low to grab it. And I don't know if I'm not supposed to, but I went around the back. It's much easier to get it from the back. I don't think that makes any difference. It's much easier to get it from the back. It's just that first one. You're drawn to everything else. I know what you mean. I do. I hope one day I'll be able to make socks. I've watched a couple tutorials, not all the way through, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do a sock. I don't know, Yvonne, if I will. She knits. She knits too, Joyce. You're a knitter who crochets. I'm a crocheter who knits. I don't know, Joyce. I don't know if I will. I have a lot to learn. I still have a lot to learn. But I want to make Sophie's scarf. That I-cord edging is a piece of cake. It's just slips. That's all it is. Since you were 9? Wow. That's a long time. Yeah, Joyce and I are both crocheters who knit. You'll be 60 in October. I'll be 63 in June. You know what I was told yesterday? Because I don't know when I can call myself a knitter. So I was told that if I take a knit project with me when I travel, that makes me a knitter. Oh, hush. There's nothing to growl at. So what would you guys say would constitute calling yourself a knitter? Well, yeah. But can I call myself a knitter? I was told a long time ago I have to finish a project to call myself a knitter. I don't remember who told me that. Maybe Joyce told me that. I have to finish a project before I can call myself a knitter. Well, I finished a hat. Was a long time ago. I know I'm knitting. So that makes me a knitter? I guess it does. Technically, it does. But that's like saying if I change the oil in my car, that makes me a mechanic. No, it doesn't. You can call yourself a knitter already. Oh, well, good. Thank you. I'm glad I can. So now I can say I'm by crafty. Yay. You guys can see how slow I am. Just like everything, it takes practice. Yes, it does. I've been doing a lot of that. Yeah, that last stitch isn't very fun either. Is it? That last stitch isn't a lot of fun because it's tight. You got to be careful not to lose your stitch. And I know how to slip. I know how to knit, I know how to purl, and know how to slip. And I know how to increase. and I know how to decrease. Should I be concerned about that? It's got a bend in it. Yeah, this side looks way better than the other side. That other side's got like that hole right there. Because I messed up when I was weaving in my end. Yarn overs. I've seen them done. It doesn't look hard. Are yarn overs used for increasing? Can a yarn over be used for an increase? Yeah, they go over. Knitting is mostly knits and purls. How they're put together gives you difference. Right. Well, I was watching one of Shandy's tutorials today, and it almost looked like she was using a yarn over as an increase. So can yarn overs be used for increases or as an increase? This is going to be so nice. Yarn overs can be used for an increase. It makes a hole. Lace work. Okay. Antoinette. Hi, Antoinette. Look, I'm knitting. Antoinette was one of my favorite creators that got me interested in finally learning how to knit. So thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, thank you. And happy belated birthday. I'm having such a ball. I am having so much fun. I am having so much fun. I don't even want to pick up a crochet hook. I am enjoying it so much. This is going to be the Frida earwormer headband. Have you seen the Frida? It's very cool. I mean, it's easy. It's going to be an easy pattern. The Frida. It's just your basic headband. Just your basic headband. That red one's pretty. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Is it a beginner shawl, Antoinette? And where do I find it? I'll add that to my to-do list if it's a beginner. If it's something fancy, that may be on down the road. I'm so glad you're listening. Are you officially semi-retired? Oh, yay. Email it to me. I hope it's a beginner. Is it a beginner shawl? Because you know I love my shawls. Yes to the official semi-retired? Or okay, it's a beginner. Yay. I'm all about the beginner stuff. But it takes so long. Oh my gosh, this takes so long. But it's pretty. I hope I can get at least one done by the 1st of June. Thank you, Antoinette, for emailing that to me. I am looking forward to seeing it. I would love to have a Bay of Fundy shawl. Fancy as far as lace, let me know. I recommend it. Oh my gosh. Ah, that's a ways down the road. Okay, Yvonne. That's a ways down the road, Joyce. I think if I was going to do that, I need to have somebody sitting with me. So, give me a reason to come to California. I mean, between, you and Bernadine in Texas, I could have some travel plans. Good. We'll see. If I just knew somebody in Des Moines, because, I'm in Des Moines every 6 months. It takes longer, but worth it. It's the pattern Darlene started with. Oh, I have tutorial for the knit two together, yarn over. Awesome. Okay, Yvonne, welcome back. I can do knit two together. That's not hard. What's hard about that? You just pick up two. And actually, I watched on, I was watching an Expression Fiber Arts tutorial today, and she showed how to pick up stitches. How easy is that? I mean, depending on your stitches, you're just picking them up with your left needle and then working them. Wouldn't that be something, Joyce? When you retire? Traveling. That would be great. Although, what would you do with your dogs? Put stitches, good to know for making socks. Pick up stitches, good to know for. Oh, okay. Good to know for making socks. I would love to make socks, Antoinette, but I don't know. I don't know if I ever will be able to, but we'll see. We will see. It's kind of intimidating. Oh, I got to meet my daughter's new puppy yesterday. He's adorable. Oh my gosh. He is adorable. He's a miniature golden doodle. He is the most well behaved juvenile dog I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, you say they're easy, Antoinette, because you know how to just fly through them. That's true. You do have Neil, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, like I said, Bernadine makes it look so easy, but she uses the 4 or the 5 DPNs. And Antoinette, do you think it's easier to knit socks on DPNs or circulars? I think I'd prefer circulars. Obviously, a beautiful self-striping yarn. Or even a solid, a tonal would be nice. Nine-inch DPNs. That scares me to manage that many needles. See, Joyce likes the circulars. I guess it's just personal preference. I think I'd be worried about my work. No, it's not going to fall off because those stitches are on there pretty good. But I think I would feel more secure with circulars. I'm beginning to love them too, Yvonne. Circular needles. Yep, I really like them. I really do. You don't have to worry about losing the needle. You don't have to worry about your work falling off of your needles. I've not even researched how to do the magic loop with knitting. Is it anything like the crochet magic loop? I've not even looked up a tutorial on that. No. Is it hard to do? You're almost done with solar flare? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see it, Antoinette. Oh my gosh. Have you done a tutorial on adding beads, Antoinette? If not, do you think you could? Because I've got beads and I would love to start adding beads to some of my projects. I've got a beading needle and I've got a little tiny crochet hook. And I don't like using the hook, but I'm guessing that's the only way to do it. Yeah, I don't know if there's different ways to add beads, but I did a shawl and I was adding beads and it was just a pain in the neck. You're revamping your craft room? 2,000 beads. Holy cow. That's a lot. Oh boy. Here we go. This first stitch again. I'm going around the back. I'm not fussing with the front. Circular needles for everything, including the tank I'm making, which is knitted flat. Yeah, why not? How long is the cable, Joyce? Is it a really long cable? I've got some long cables. Knit Eco Chick pattern. She has always challenged me, pushed me outside. Yeah, I've heard you talk about her. I follow her on Instagram. Oh, that's good to know. Can't have too many of those. Christian sisters. Antoinette, what are you doing tomorrow? What's on your schedule tomorrow? Going to listen. Been a long day. Been a long day to all working on craft room, house clean. Sounds like a plan. Have a good night, Antoinette. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. I appreciate it so much. I really do. You're one of the sweetest creators out there. I just love you. Thank you, Antoinette, for the thumbie. I'll be watching for your next video. Or your next live. You'll probably be doing a live on Sunday, I think. Yep, Sunday. All right. Sleep well and don't work too hard tomorrow. On your house, I mean. I know you're not working. If you guys don't watch Antoinette, you should. She's got a great channel. She's sweet as can be. She's very generous. She does some great giveaways. 39 working days. Woohoo! Wow. You're excited and you're nervous, right? Or have you gotten over being nervous? Oh, good. You'll like her. She's a sweetheart. Hooking and stitching island style. The N is the ampersand. Hooking and stitching island style. Oh, this last stitch is a booger. Gotta turn the work. Ugh. And then I end up splitting and getting into the stitch behind it. Darn it. There we go. Got to be careful, lift it off without pulling off the last one. You've been working since you were 14 and a half? How is that even legal? What were you doing at 14 and a half? Okay, 1, 2, let's see, is this my right side? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I got 2 more rows till I can go back to the blue. It's going to look checkered. Because those stripes are almost square. Are you typing, Joyce? What you been doing since you were 14 and a half? Oh, good. You'll like her. YMCA hired kids as junior counselors, and I helped my brother with his paper route. Oh, cool. That's cool. I was just watching the G dog. I don't want to get his attention by calling his name, but I've got a dog bed shaped like a donut, and you know how they go round and round and round. But he barely fits in that thing. But he makes it work. Sometimes he's half in and half out. So, do you guys both think I should go blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue? At 15 and a half, I started after school for an orthodontist and worked for him through college. Wow. That's a long time. Wow. Okay, Joyce, I'm glad you hung around this long. Go chill out with Daniel. We'll chat again soon. I'll get some more rows in on my headband. What's your plan tomorrow, Yvonne? Going to start working on the dragon blanket again. Okay. Is there a deadline on that blanket? Do I remember you telling me there's a deadline on it? And knit on the headband. Before July 19th. I think you'll get it done by then. If you don't have any more house renovations by then. They can wait. They certainly can. As long as that took you to do all that painting, boy. Good. And what did you tell me is left? Floors? Or a roof? 2 bedrooms. What, to paint? Yeah. That shouldn't take that long. Are you on Facebook, Yvonne? Or Instagram? We could be friends there so we can share our projects. Okay. After this stitch. Is that you? Yep, product of Canada. Well, are we already friends? There's no option to add friend. Are we already friends? Maybe you'll need to add me. It doesn't say, oh, yeah, it doesn't say that we are. That's all it shows me. It doesn't say add friend. So either we're friends or you have it set to where only people you know can send you friend requests or something. Okay. Or you can send me a friend request. There's what mine looks like. Now everybody and their brother is going to see that when they watch this on replay. So I'll get a whole bunch of friend requests. Oh. Huh? How do I have an extra? Oh, that's 2 stitches, I think. Is that 2 stitches? Yeah, it is. I thought I was down to my last stitch. I wasn't. I almost screwed up. Hey, Lulu. Welcome, welcome. I've already been here for almost 2 hours. But that's fine. How are you doing? That last stitch is such a booger. Such a bugger. I'm good, Lulu. How are you? Okay. Did you get the name, Yvonne? Let's see. I got to count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess I count that one. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. I still got a ways to go. Oh. Well, can you just search my name and send me a friend request? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yay. Thanks, Yvonne. Now we friends. Sit down, get on YouTube. I'm behind tonight. It's been a long day. You have a lot of those long days, Lulu. What have you been doing today? I got it. I got it, Yvonne. I accepted it. So we friends. Still moving into my apartment. I didn't know you were moving. I didn't know you were moving. Why did you move? That's not any of my business. Forget I said that. I had no idea you were moving. Is your son going with you? Oh. So you're moving just next door. We have a duplex, so I moved into the smaller apartment. Oh, okay. And then he's going to stay over on the other side. Okay. You accumulated so much, but you're moving into a smaller space. How is that going to work? That's going to be a challenge. Well, of course. Thanks, Yvonne. Thank you for sending that to me because I didn't have a way to send it to you. So thankful for a storage tray. Oh my gosh. You're going to have stuff stored in a storage trailer? I've been knitting. Seriously, all I've been doing is knitting. It's going to be a Headband / ear warmer. Actually, Yvonne is working on the same pattern. I just found out this evening. It is going to be pretty. And it's squishy. It's really cool. Very, very cool. It is going to be nice. And if I get it finished before the 1st of June, it's going to be going to one of my sisters who has requested it. Actually, she thinks she's going to get a pink and black one, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish 2 in 30 days. Yeah, we are, Yvonne. She will love it. Yes, she will. She'll be the recipient of my very first knit headband. She will love it. It feels so good. This is such a cool pattern. You don't know how to knit, though, do you, Lulu? I just took a class like 2 weeks ago. And I'm on fire. Absolutely. Have you ever wanted to? Do you know anybody nearby that knits that could teach you? Assuming you'd want to? I don't know. It's a lot of fun. With the right tools, it's a lot of fun. You can have your amigurumi. I have no desire to make those, although I'm asked all the time to make them. All the time. And yeah, they're cute, but I just don't feel compelled to do that. So more power to you. I feel the same way about anything that involves sewing anything together. I am not compelled to do that either. If I can't stitch it in one piece, I'm not interested. Yeah, those bees are cute. I think I had to have seen the whale. The bees are cute. Everybody's doing bees. I think I've become, well, of course, you can do amigurumi in wool, but so many people are using that chenille yarn. Hand stitching. What do you mean hand stitching? Oh, like finger knitting, where you just use your hands? Is that what you mean? A friend of mine made a blanket with finger knitting. I haven't either, Yvonne. Kind of like embroidery. Hand stitching. Is that what it's called? I know what embroidery is. Hmm. There we go. like tracing things with stitches by hand instead of sewing machine. What blanket? You mean my knitted throw? This is not a blanket. Are you talking about my knitted throw? Oh, this. Everybody comments on this. This is like one of the very first things I made. It's made with Metallico, Hobie Metallico, and Picasso from Ice Yarns. Picasso Rainbow. Everybody comments on it. I think it might have been my very first finished corner to corner. So, Lulu, you want to learn hand stitching. Are there tutorials? I'm sure there are. There's tutorials for everything on YouTube. So I'm sure there are. Goodness. I guess we'll do another row. I do one, I put it down. Do another one, I put it down. Okay, pick it up. There we go. What else is going on, everybody? We're down to 5 people now. We've been on here 2 hours. I should probably let everybody go. Yvonne, what time do you go to bed usually? Just in case I have a knitting emergency. Me either. I don't like them either. And I hear they shed anyway. Those chenille yarns, they shed. Yvonne, what time do you go to bed? Now that we're Facebook friends, I wouldn't want to message you if you're already in bed. I usually stay up late. I've used mostly finger weight yarns for socks, shawls, worsted weight. Same here. I prefer the lighter weight yarns. Fingering and sport. But I do have some really pretty 5-weight yarn that I'll probably make something cool next winter. Instead of just making hats. Yvonne, have you ever made the famous Musselburgh hat? All these really notorious knitting patterns I want to try. But I don't know if I could make a Musselburgh hat. Musselburgh beanie. You messed up on what? On the headband? Oh, this last stitch is such a booger. No, I usually stay up till at least midnight. Usually. Yeah, it's 11:15. You're usually up late too? Good. We can keep each other company. This yarn can split. I split it right here. See this little piece right here between my fingers? That's split. It's supposed to be part of this, I think, over here. But I figure it out. I figured a chain spun yarn wouldn't split that much, but I've been known to be up that late too, Yvonne. I certainly have. Yeah, it depends here too. But rest assured, I get my 8 hours. So if I'm up till 2, sometimes I don't fall asleep till 2. I'll go to bed at midnight and I won't fall asleep till 2. And then I sleep till 10, 9:30. Usually 9:30. My body wants to wake me up. Sometimes 9. And then if Goober's in my bed, he's got an inner alarm clock, and he's usually ready to get up about 9:30. So I'm usually up by no later than 10. If I ignore him, he'll go back to sleep, but usually he starts whining, just really quiet whining. So if I have a yarn emergency, don't be surprised if I message you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've still got I still have like 3 rows to go. You've never made the Musselburgh hat? I've never even looked at a tutorial for it. I wonder if it would be hard to do. Musselb Musselburgh hat tutorial. Oh, okay. Well, she's using, I see one that's using 4 needles. Okay, that's circulars. Pinhole or just spring loop cast on. I'll have to look at that later. You added a stitch in your headband? In your headband. How far down is the mistake? And is it that noticeable? Can you just, yeah, you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, it's 11:20 here too. If it's not noticeable, Yvonne, you should be fine. If you have to find it, so if your stitch count is off, that your stitch count could only be off if you don't have, the two loops for every stitch. And if one stitch has 3 loops, just do a knit 2 together. That's what I would do if I had too many stitches, because I don't like frogging. Go around the back, take it off. See, I'm not even slipping purlwise. I'm slipping back loop. Yeah, you got to get your 8 hours. You gotta. I know I gotta. I gotta have 8 hours. $10:30. So he's already in bed. I woke up with a terrible headache this morning. Awful, awful headache. So I had to take an Excedrin migraine, and that sucker still took a while to go away. Are we on a delay, Yvonne, or did you rewind at some point? Because your responses are kind of delayed. I'm about to conk out, hoping y'all have a wonderful weekend. Lulu, thanks for coming in and chatting for a little bit. Good luck with the move. And I will look forward to your next video as usual. I don't always comment on them, but I always watch them when I see them pop up. So take it easy on the move. Don't hurt yourself. Watch for snakes. Take care, Lulu. Okay, there's the split. I'm just going to pull it off with that. That's all right. That'll work. We'll see you next time, Lulu. It's in the row you're working on now, Yvonne. So what are you going to do? Are you going to pull it out and then put your put the loops back on your needle or what? Are you going to tink back? I learned how to tink yesterday. Okay, here's that stubborn last stitch. Off, pull around, off. Whew. I'm about ready for the blue. Oh boy. Hiccup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta find a row. It's easy to read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 2 more rows. You think so what, Yvonne? 2 more rows, and then I can add the blue. Here's the blue. Two more rows. So 1, 2. I'm delayed on chat. Yeah, you're way delayed. Way delayed. Maybe try refreshing your screen. You're like several minutes delayed. Or back out and come back in. Something. What did you do? Hopefully this helps. What did you do? Did you refresh? Oh, you went out? Okay. When I tell you to type yes, then type yes. Went out and came back in. Okay. So type yes, and we'll see how long it takes you to put it in there. Just type yes. Okay. Not as delayed as you were. That's good. That worked. So Did you fix what did you do about your mistake? Are you fixing your mistake? If you are, your hands are kind of busy. You can't type, so I'll let you fix your mistake. Oh, good. Good. So did you tink back? I wouldn't even know how to tink back with this stitch. How would you do that? Took the stitch out. Okay, so you took the stitches out one at a time till you found it, and then you put your needle back on. Yeah, it's not fun with this stitch, is it? I already had to do that once. It's not fun. It was very challenging for me. Of course, you know more about the anatomy of a stitch than I do. So you know orientation, you know stitch orientation way better than me. You understand the anatomy of a stitch way better than me. That's important to know. Especially this stitch. When you got one stitch that's in front and one that's behind. And luckily they kind of lay. You've got one loop that's more forward than the other. So it's fortunate that they kind of stay that way. Oh, shoot. See? It just popped off my, I don't know if that's one stitch or two. Whew. Oh, okay. That's the pearl. Okay. It just popped off. I had already done it, but it popped off. So I knew what to do with it based on where my working yarn was. Whew. Another row down. One more and then I can go to blue again. boy. I'm getting kind of sore sitting here. My edges don't look that great, especially where I changed colors. Are you going to block yours, Yvonne? I don't think we need to block a headband. Are you going to block it? Yeah, I think it will too. I don't know if it's a tension thing or the yarn, but the edges don't all look the same. But that's okay. It's just a headband. Yep, it's my first one. How long do you think it'll take you to finish yours? Yeah, I can see myself getting tired of this stitch though. But this stitch would make a great top. But I don't know that I'd want to make something this big, that big, with this stitch. This coming week. We'll see how long mine takes me. When I get tired of working with this thinner yarn, I'll pick up my throw. It's a little bit faster for me. Yep, you do. Gotta get busy. Are you about halfway done with it? Or more than half? I'm trying to remember the picture that you sent me. Only a fourth done? Yeah, you better get to work. Finish the headband and then focus on the blanket. That's what I would say. Because you can finish the headband in no time. And then you can focus solely on the blanket. No distractions. Yep, I'd say that's a good plan. Okay, there's 16 of the white. So about 32 rows. That's pretty good. Whew. I'm wore out. Okay, cut that. And put that to the side. And then we'll start with the blue tomorrow. You're on row 10. I should stop until you catch up to me, and then we can see who finishes first. It'd probably be no contest. You would probably finish way before me. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and weave this end in. How long before you? Why do you think I would win? Because I spend more time crocheting? Probably. Okay. Yvonne, to weave these ends in, do you think it's safe to just, because it's 2 layers, right? Do you think it's safe to just weave it underneath between the layers and it won't work its way out? Or do you think it needs to be more secured than that? Because that's really all I want to do. I just want to weave it all the way to the bottom like that and leave it. You think that'll hold? I think it would. Do you think it'll hold? Just going through the layers? So not between the layers? I weaved this in between the layers. So it's just kind of free flowing in between. No, and I would think the stitch would keep it from falling out. At least that's what I think. I don't want to affect the way it stretches. So I wouldn't know the best way to weave it. I wouldn't know the best way to weave it. Because, see, that's what happened to this hole. I started to weave it through the stitches. Okay. I'm going to say it's going to be okay. You know, especially if I run it through here, because the ends, you know, that's going to get stitched up anyway. So that yarn's going to get caught probably. So if I do all of my ends all the way through to the very bottom, that's a good plan. Run it through all the way to the bottom so that when you stitch it up, you're going to catch, you should catch those, right? You should catch those threads and they shouldn't go anywhere. But it's got to be allowed to stretch too. See, when I stretch it, it pulls that. It'll be okay. It will be okay. Now, how did I do this? I just slipped that on there, snugged it down. Let's see. Oh, yeah. And then I went through both. Leave the long enough ends. Yep. Oop. I was going to wait and start this tomorrow, wasn't I? Says there's 4 people in here. So someone's lurking. We've got 3 people lurking. Five people now. Anybody else want to say hi? We're just sitting here knitting. Split that again. I don't know how I keep doing that. With a chain spun yarn. Of course, it's fuzzy. It's a little fuzzy. Okay, last one. Okay. There's my blue. Oh, boy. Oh. I have to move. Whew. Let's see. Let me put that there for a bit. That's too much light. Ooh. There. That's better. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. There. Anybody else want to say hi? We've been in here almost 3 hours. You suppose we should say goodnight, Yvonne? Okay. We'll say goodnight then. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. And if you're watching this on the replay, leave me a comment. And we'll see you again next time. Yvonne, I'll catch you on Facebook sometime. I'm going to make a cup of tea and continue knitting on this headband. Okay? I think I'm going to walk around a little bit, maybe get my jammies on, and see if Goober's ready to go to bed. You too, sweetie. Sleep well, and we'll catch you next time. Feel free to message me anytime on Facebook. I'm usually always available. And if I have any knit emergencies, I'll hit you up. Okay. I can't orient my head right. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Oh, my wrist. Goober. It's okay. My wrist is popping. Good night. Goober, it's okay. Goober's saying good night. Goober.